ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the World Wrestling Network radio show. Today we're going to be talking about a few topics. We've got a lot to go through. First thing, we're going to talk about Sting versus Undertaker. Then we'll be talking about Alberto Del Rio's opponent at WrestleMania. Then we're going to be talking about this so-called host that Vince McMahon has now basically announced on Raw. Then we're going to have a wee quick recap over Raw. We're going to talk about what the hell is R-Truth doing over the past few weeks. And also going to talk about who I feel will be at the WrestleMania match this year. So, first of all, we're going to talk about Sting versus Undertaker possibility. And what are the chances of this happening? Well, I basically said to a few of my friends that this would only happen on one condition, and one condition only. If Sting doesn't renew his contract with TNA and he's not in this so-called feud in TNA, then I feel that he's actually going to be in the match at WWE. However, I'm still yet to hear a verified proof that Sting has signed with WWE. Hopefully it does happen. I think it would be a fantastic thing to happen. Now, in regards to these videos, which I'll get through to in a second, I think these videos are the Undertaker's for the simple fact that on the last video of Raw, it was a Johnny Cash. It's basically similar to the last video, except for basically he's walking into this sort of, I don't know what is, shed or whatever. Then you have a cut of the shed or shack or whatever you say in America, and then on the side of it says that the numbers of whatever the person's going to turn up, and then it cuts to a Johnny Cash song. Now, this Johnny Cash song was used in the promo of last year with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, so I believe that this video is The Undertaker. However, a lot of people have rumoured that The Undertaker will turn up that day, then the lights will go down, and then you'll see Sting up in the rafters, and basically cost Undertaker his very first match in WWE. Whether or not that happens or not, we're basically still waiting. So hopefully it does happen, folks. I really want it to happen. So next we're going to talk about Alberto Del Rio and sort of his rise to fame, as it were. He's become very impressive of late, and I think a lot of people have said, "Oh, I don't want him to be in WrestleMania. We should have had someone better at WrestleMania. We should have had a veteran at WrestleMania." Let's face the facts here. We can't keep depending on veterans in WWE. You can't keep depending on them. They're going to get injured. You have to keep pushing the new guys. You have to keep pushing. For example, John Morrison. I think that guy, honestly, he is going to be another Shawn Michaels. And you've heard it here from me, coming out of my mouth, John Morrison is going to be another Shawn Michaels. He's been impressive of late, and I feel that definitely push John Morrison, and he's definitely going to be a WWE champion. But as for Alberto Del Rio, he said about 2 weeks ago on Raw against Edge that, yeah, I'm going after the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not going after the WWE Championship, and whether or not he faces Edge or not is still yet to be told, because he still needs to face Edge in the at SmackDown this week. Vicky Guerrero is going to be a referee, but I can see Edge. I can actually see Edge still winning that match, and I think it's definitely going to be Alberto Del Rio and Edge for WrestleMania. So basically, we're going to go straight into Raw. We're going to go for a quick recap over it. So first of all, Vince McMahon comes in. We haven't seen this guy for the better part of a year. He just comes in and just says, "Right, guys, about the Super Bowl, congratulations." And just turns around and just says, "Yeah, there's going to be a host coming on. There's going to be a guy who sold out seats." And he basically just says, "Yeah, but you're going to find out at WrestleMania." So whether or not this host is going to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which has been strongly rumoured, in my opinion, I think it might be Austin, for the simple fact that Austin is now hosting this new Tough Enough program now. So I can see either Steve, Austin, or The Rock being in this, getting in the slot of the host. Then when Vince McMahon stops speaking, Randy Orton comes in, gives a brief discussion of why he attacked Nexus, that he's not done with Nexus. Then CM Punk interrupts him. CM Punk basically walks in, just says, right, the reason why I went after you is because of this. Cuts to a film. 2008, I don't know whether you remember or not, CM Punk got kicked in the head by Randy Orton when he was with his old Legacy gimmick. And kicked in the head, then he had to basically lose the World Heavyweight Championship. And this is the reason why he's going after Randy Orton. So I could see Randy Orton and Nexus feuding till WrestleMania, in my opinion. Then the Nexus basically, straight after they beat up Randy Orton, they say, right, the match is basically Nexus against every single person that's in the Elimination Chamber. They take out every single person in the Elimination Chamber, and they take out John Morrison. They even take out Sheamus. But they didn't take out Sheamus per se. They actually asked Mark Henry to not ask him. They basically sort of tricked him into sort of beating up Sheamus, as it were. When Josh, it's a bit confusing to be honest with you, that segment, but anyway, I'll take it. Then we cut to a part where John Cena is discussing about WrestleMania and how he's going to win the Elimination Chamber. Then Vicky Guerrero kicks in with Dolph Ziggler. Then says, then basically they trade words. Then Vicky Guerrero then leaves for some weird reason. She just miraculously just walks off and leaves with Dolph Ziggler. And then it's John Cena versus CM Punk. Now, this match was a fantastic match. However, at the very end of the match, he gives CM Punk a low blow. I don't see he's a face, but why give a low blow to a heel? I don't get it. Anyway, so it ended it like that. CM Punk wins by disqualification. Then the Nexus come in. They start charging at him. Jerry the King Lawler throws a chair in. John Cena basically whacks him over the head with a chair. Kick, and then it basically cuts off with John Cena celebrating, beating up the Nexus. All in all, just the same old Raw. Another thing that I want to talk about as well is R-Truth, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Jared, why are you talking about R-Truth? He's a load of crap." The reason why I'm talking about him is he's messed up a lot over the past few weeks. He basically tried to do the thing with John Morrison, trying to get back in the ring. He messed that up. And then this week, he messed up, the what's up thing that he does. He basically said the wrong place that he was in. And basically the crowd started booing at him and chanting and just saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Michael Cole also, I think he was a factor in that. So, all in all, it was sort of a mediocre Raw. It was sort of, it was the same Raw as usual. And the main factors I think in wrestling now is Sting and The Undertaker, and who's going to be this host, and also who is behind the videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be discussing now my predictions of the WrestleMania matches. Now, the two main matches are obviously the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship. And I think the WWE Championship match is going to have The Miz and John Cena. It's pretty obvious that they're trying to build up Miz against Cena. Even though they're sort of doing something with the Nexus, but I think they're trying to they really need to get Cena away from that sort of Nexus plot and sort of put Randy Orton in that slot and just get Cena and The Miz. Also, Jerry the King Lawler's facing, by the way, I completely forgot it as well. Jerry the King Lawler's going to face The Miz and the Elimination Chamber. I think it's sort of going to be one of the matches where, yeah, The Miz is obviously going to win. But I heard a lot of rumours to say that Jerry's going to win. Now, if Jerry the King Lawler wins this, is he going to face The Miz at WrestleMania? I really don't want to see Jerry the King Lawler I want to see Jerry the King Lawler against Michael Cole at WrestleMania, but I wouldn't like to see him against The Miz for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. As we well know, Alberto Del Rio will be against basically who basically walks out of that Elimination Chamber match against whoever he's going to be challenged. I basically think it's going to be Dolph Ziggler against Edge, but anyway. So I think it's going to be Edge. Edge is going to come off strong, I think, in the Elimination Chamber, and pay-per-view, and he's going to be facing, I'd say, Alberto Del Rio. I'm very confident of that. So the two matches that I think it's going to be Alberto Del Rio against Edge, and then it's going to be Miz against John Cena. So yeah, that's my predictions. So that is my recap of today. I apologize about the Raw review. Basically the Royal Rumble review. I didn't have enough time to do it. I've been actually quite busy lately, so I'm actually going to try to post more videos of the radio show. A lot of you, I've heard a lot of positive feedback from this, so I'd like to thank you for the positive feedback, and hopefully I can make this sort of segment happen more. So thank you for listening, and please subscribe to my channel, and also comment about anything you'd like, any positive feedback, any negative feedback. I'd be most happy to hear from. So thank you very much for listening, and this is the World Wrestling Network Radio Show.